Welcome back to Baldwin High School. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's a Sunday session this afternoon while we see this Champ Men Round 17 matchup between Camberwell and Hume City. Jack Thornton alongside me, Mitch Pollard. And Mitch, we've just seen a great win for Camberwell in the women's. What do the Dragons men need to do here to come away with a win and spoil this Hume party as they head into finals?
I mean, ultimately they need to score more points than Hume, but at a deeper level, they've just got to look aggressive and stay focused the entire 40 minutes. I think the lapses in concentration and not playing out the entire game has been the Dragons' issue all season, and so if they can put 4 quarters together, I think that they're well within a chance.
And for Hume, coming off the back of that 12-point loss last night, that 8-point loss last night to Shepparton, what do they need to do to go into finals, you know, raring and ready to go?
They certainly need a win here, because you don't want to drop a double-header going into finals, because that can really sort of stunt your momentum. So if they can get a win here, they can at least go into finals with a win. I don't believe the result will change anything in the terms of finals, but
possibly might drop to Shepparton. I think if they lose, Shepparton might leapfrog them. But other than that, though, pretty set. They're locked in. You know, it's going to be a big final series coming up. You've got the big dogs all up there once again. Wyndham, McKinnon, Keysborough. Hume sitting in that 4 seed at the moment. You have to scroll all the way down your page to find Camberwell in 11. But they will be staying up, pending, obviously, the final, the Western Port game going final. Beg your pardon, that has gone final as of last night. And it will be Camberwell staying up after Western Point went down by 30. So Camberwell alive for next season, another season that they've cut their ticket in Champ Men.
Yeah, very good to have the Dragons up there again, and might be worth noting that whilst McKinnon are up there on the second in the ladder, the Dragons got them both times.
A big season sweep for the Dragons earlier this season.
So they've shown that they can take down the top teams, but as I said, they've just got to really focus on playing those 4 quarters of good basketball.
And it has been a little struggle for the Dragons over the course of the year, and as you mentioned before, just finishing out games. They had a couple of opportunities to maybe take a scalp earlier in the year, and you know, they've not quite been able to get over the line. But we're set for a tip here. We're underway, and Matt Power was the one that won the tip there for Camberwell, but just fell through the hands of Jacko Dean, and it'll be a Hume ball to start. Looking at the starters, you've got Dean out there with Crow, Clark, who's come back from a trip away to the States. The Scott Stone misses that one for Hume. Clark and Sam Veach will control the one. As Jacko Dean goes downhill, gets his 2 to go, opens the account in this one. And you look at the 5 out there that'll start this one off for Hume. You've got Trayvon Clayton out there with Scotty Stone, Mackenzie and Saiful Apolu, and Malik McKinney will run the one, and you'd expect run the one for most of the night. And they'll just feel this one out early. It'll be Camberwell in the yellows playing to the right of your screen, and Hume City playing off to the left in their whites.
Benny Crow, nice little action off there, elbow jumper.
An early start for Camberwell here, 4-0 early lead as Mackenzie now playing off that 3-point line at the top of the floor. They'll work for Stone. Stone working on Clark. Clark exited last night's game against Sunbury a little early as Mackenzie steps up and knocks down the triple. Clark exited that game early last night with a back injury, and good to see him on the floor again today as Veach downhill. Euro stepping his way to the 10.
He's done that very well all season, Sam Beach.
Here's Mackenzie working on Dean, spinning to the 10. A lot of footwork, but ultimately able to get that jump shot to go from just inside the block. Here's Crow. Crow a 3. Yes! Ben Crow, what an impact he's made for Camberwell this season. Missed the first half of the year with back injuries and able to come back and make an immediate impact.
It's been very good to see him. It's almost like he never left.
Stone. Clark for company. Stone, the 2 number 14s working on each other. Nice D, but inside was Clayton cleaning up. Clark did a great job of inside. Dean. Seifulopolu is going to get charged with the foul on that one, as a great lead pass from Veach to Dean led to the layup.
Biggest challenge here for young Matty Power is going to be stopping Clayton getting offensive rebounds. He's just a veteran when it comes to cleaning the boards.
Dean makes the extra and gets the three-pointer the old-fashioned way. McKinney's going to handle the ball now for Hume. They'll run with Stone. Stone working with McKenzie inside. Nice D, Matt Power. Kick out. Seifulopolu 3. No. Stone offensive rebound, no. McKinney. McKenzie 3. And again, you mentioned before that tip-out ability from Trayvon Clayton. Just keeping that ball alive for Hume, and the second chance points are going to be really important for them today.
Good box out there from Shawnee Clark.
Here's Veach. Veach on Clayton. Power now. Here's Crow. Crow has McKenzie on the switch. Veach. Little floater, edge of the key. Rounding out. And Clayton controls. Nice little deflection play there from Matt Power to try and hold them up a little bit in transition, but it'll stay with Hume. Just gone 3 minutes here in the first quarter, and a 5-point advantage to Camberwell early. Clark and Stone, you think that's going to be a pretty tightly contested battle all game. Nice defense. Pack line from Camberwell as Seifulopolu is going to get done for a foul there as Dean was trying to take off in transition.
Smart foul there from Seifulopolu. You do not want Jackson Dean running in transition and opening him to too many fast breaks.
Dean now. He ran off a nice little rub screen from Matt Power and got all the way to the tin, and that's 7 now for Jacko Dean.
Because that's exactly what he wants to do, Jackson Dean, is just get on the rim.
Clark guarding Stone tightly. He tried to get himself free. McKinney. Seifulopolu with Crow for company. Kick out past Clayton. Stone now. Working himself into a double team. Clayton a 3. Off the left side of the rim and will fall the way of Sam Veach as that shot clock ran down. Crow. 3-pointer right wing. In and out. Great offensive rebound. Jacko Dean. And a foul's going to go against McKenzie.
I think that's going to be called baseline, but I dare say Jacko actually might have shot that. Wouldn't put it past him.
We spoke at the start of the game, challenging season for Camberwell. They came back with, in a way, they had a new old coach. Old new coach. Mark Jeffers coming back in for the 2024 season after a year as league manager. There's McKinney, 3 with the left. No. Veach will come away with it.
Matt Power running with Ben Crow.
I think any type of change in a club is always a challenge, not least having a coach for a season and then have them leave and go back to the old.
You don't see it very often, but Mark Jeffers is a stalwart of this Dragons outfit.
Beach
himself playing 250 plus games for the Dragons.
Jersey retired.
Plus a little bit for Bulleen. But we focus on his Dragons career.
Pretty good pipeline, I believe, playing at Bulleen and then coming to Camberwell. Can't think of any other players that have done that. Veach misses the first. Veach, who fed the hungry mouths of Pakenham earlier this season with a 2 performance from the line. Sent them home with GYG. No GYG tonight as he makes the second. Here's McKinney. McKinney with Veach for company. Finds McKenzie high post. Dean guarding. McKenzie working on the left hand. Steps through traffic. Picks up the foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Clark's going to get the first foul of his for the game. And McKenzie's going to go to the line, and nice support from the Camberwell juniors down on the baseline there. Just starting to generate a little bit of noise on the free throws. McKenzie makes his first.
Under 14 boys over there.
Good on the second. So just ticking towards halfway through this first quarter. We have 15-9 lead for Camberwell at this stage. Kick out pass now, Veach. Play through Dean, inside Matt Power. Power working on Clayton, left-hand jump hook. Went round and out. Mackenzie tried to control it and tipped it to Veach, but Veach is just going to get it slapped out of his hands and fall out of bounds. And there'll be a couple of changes now for Hume, as Clayton and Seifel Polo will take a seat, and it'll be Ben Galea and Hayden McIntosh coming into the game for Hume. Crow, a 3. Doesn't need much time or space, but was able to line that one up.
That was a quick release there from Ben Crow.
Crow extends this Camberwell lead out to 9 now as a backdoor pass gets Stone to the rim, and Stone so important, only just opening his account now.
Dragons will be looking to stifle his input as best as they can.
He's a perennial top sort of 10 to 15 scorer wherever he goes, Scott Stone. Really important for Camberwell to keep him occupied. As a turnover now for Dean. Dean, Crow, Veach. It's like we're watching the 2022 Youth League boys all over again. Kick out pass now. Sean Clark. Clark to the basket. Matt Power didn't roll and just throws it to Galea.
Sean Clark, the oldest on this team by 3 years, I think.
Nice little right-hand finger roll. Ben Galea went coast to coast. Didn't even think about giving that one away. He saw something he liked and he took it to the promised land. Matt Power now. Floater in traffic off the back iron. Nice rebound. Matt Power
comes up with it.
Hustle play is so important. Well done. They'll skip to Clark. And now Matt Power. Matt Power got him up in the air again. To the ring. Yes!
Lovely little move there from Matty Power. Hasn't he improved this season?
And already going to slow the ball up now as McKinney just trying to take a bit of time off this clock as Camberwell holding on to this 9-point lead. Stone, McKinney and Veach. It's going to stay with Hume City as Veach deflected that one out of bounds, and Mackenzie's going to take a seat and Big TC will come back into the game. Upstairs for McIntosh.
Can't have too many of them.
McKinney just catching the Camberwell defense, snapping. Nice pick, Matt Power. Dean inside. That looked like a kick ball, and it was indeed. Crow after the whistle knocked it down, but don't want to shoot too many of them after the whistle and get rid of your...
Just feed the hot hand.
So Veach will inbound. They'll go to Crow. Crow has McIntosh for company. Step back 3 is pure. Crow good on another 3. Now Stone pushes right off on Sean Clark, and a scramble inside is going to lead to Clark getting the ball, and he's going to get an offensive foul against him. Galea just threw the head back.
Referee Declan Hamilton taking none of that.
That'll be the second charge against Big Sean Clark, the captain for this Camberwell unit. They're going to make a change. Josh West is going to come in, and Sean Clark's going to take a seat with his 2 fouls. Josh West, who a man that looks like he's 2/3 compression garment today.
Must have had a sale on there at Rebel Sport.
A big 2-time due advocate. As inside Stone goes, met by a double team, Power and West, and Stone's just going to throw it away. I think he might have got done for a 3-second violation in there as well, but threw the rock out of bounds. And
Josh West with a great defensive possession to start off his minutes here.
Matsortia is going to come into the game for Hume while we're at it. Inside Matt Power, upstairs, got the foul. Great dive from Matt Power to get open inside.
Number 5, Hayden McIntosh. That's his first personal. Bonus 2 shots.
Matt Power to the line. He's going to shoot a pair. Good in the first. Matt Power, someone that probably exceeded all expectations this year, I would argue. I don't think we quite knew what we were going to expect from him this season. Coming up from the youth league level, he's been a really, really important player for this Camberwell outfit over the course of the year.
Couldn't agree more, and I think it's just due to the fact that he's put on a fair bit of size in the last couple of years. I remember, not to show my age, but his first year of youth league was my last year of youth league, and
wow.
I think he was 80 kilos wringing wet, playing in the post, and now look at him.
He's filled out of beauty. There's going to be a little bit of full court pressure here for Hume against
Great pass
Camberwell.
there.
Full court press, couple of point guards on the floor, so plenty of options for Camberwell at this point. Veach tried to go inside.
10 on the shot clock.
Here's Veach again. Veach on Trayvon Clayton. Upstairs, got blocked. Ball's going to bounce out of bounds off a Matt Power hand, and it'll be a Hume ball as Big Tommy O'Connor's going to check in for his first minutes of the weekend. Did not see the court last night and lost to Sunbury. Let's see what Big Tommy can do against TC. Here's McKinney. McKinney downhill. Met by a little double team, including Tom O'Connor, who just came on. Little floater, McKinney, no. Nice rebound, Tom. Here's Crow.
If Tom finds himself in the right position on the defensive rebounds, Clayton's not going to have much hope unless it's a high one.
There it is, Tommy. Great feed inside Veach. Veach kick out pass. Crow.
7 on the shot clock.
Crow,
here.
low clock. 6-5. Here's Veach. Veach working on Clayton. Almost slipped over, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Nice D. Trayvon Clayton getting 2 blocks in that play phase. Did really well. We're a tick under.
Substitution.
1 minute to go was
The goo.
James Gooley's going to check into the game. Coming off the back of a big 32-point performance yesterday at the Dunes. Very handy golfer, James. Kick out pass now, Galea, McKinney working. Oh, they didn't want to call that foul on O'Connor, but just a bit of a hip check on McKinney as he went to the basket. Ultimately slowed him down enough and impeded. They wanted to play the advantage, but no.
I think you have to get that whistle. Got to reward the good offense there.
So Maniel will come into the game. Maniel, that makes more sense. Gooley, nice defense. Not sure if that's going to bounce around in hands. Manuel was the one that came up with it. McKinney now, harassed by West. Kick out pass. A 3 from the corner. Matutia. I'll call it that. We'll go with it. West now, harassed by 2. Dean on McKinney. McKinney gets the right direction. Kick out past Gooley. Inside O'Connor. O'Connor turnaround jump shot. Short-armed it a little. Nice save, Jackson Dean. At the end of the quarter, O'Connor was just releasing one to try and get a shot up and almost canned it from court to court, but ultimately rims out. So through one frame here, Bourne High School, it'll be Camberwell 27 leading Hume City 18. And Polly, what are your thoughts on that first quarter? 10 minutes of action, and it sees the Dragons leading this one.
I mean, it's been a great start from the Dragons. Jacko Dean and Ben Crow, notable offensive possessions. But I think what's going a little bit underappreciated is just how much the Dragons' defense is forcing the Broncos out of their offense. McKinney not getting the shots that he wants. But if the Dragons want to keep this up, they really have to just keep the foot on the throat and keep the momentum up.
Both teams shooting a reasonable percentage as we head into the quarter-time break. 53% for Camberwell, which is somewhat uncharacteristic. Geez, almost had a bit of a Freudian slip there, but uncharacteristic from the Dragons to be shooting such a high percentage. And even from the line, they're 4 or 5 from the line as well, which is certainly would certainly be above their season average.
I think Mark Jeffers would be loving 7 defensive rebounds from the Dragons, but not a massive fan of 4 O-boards for the Broncos. It's box out and hunt the ball, I think, needs to be the message here. We don't want any tip outs or anything like that.
Look at the rebound count as well. Hume 4 offensive rebounds on the quarter. So plenty of pressure on the offensive glass for Hume.
Only 2 turnovers for the Dragons though, to the Broncos 4. Dragons looking after the ball. The 5s will be unchanged starting this quarter. Benny Crow to inbound.
So we'll get going again here in a second. We'll get rid of those overlays in just a moment. 5 on the floor for Camberwell will be Gooley and Crow in the backcourt with Josh West, and Tom O'Connor and Jack O'Dean in the 4-5. There'll be a foul slugged on the play for Manuel. It's his first.
Manuel just getting a bit handsy, not letting Ben Crow cut there.
I'm looking at the 5 out there for Hume City. You've got McKinney and Matolchia. In the backcourt, Mackenzie and Manuel and Trayvon Clayton out on the floor as well. As a nice little scoop layup was no good. No box out for Camberwell as Trayvon Clayton just gets upstairs and finishes over the top. Nice offensive presence, offensive rebounding presence, I beg your pardon, for Trayvon Clayton. 3 ball was blocked by Manuel. Tom O'Connor went charging into the front row, Shaquille O'Neal style, to try and save that one, but ultimately nothing doing as he fell out of bounds. It'll be McKinney for Hume City now. Clayton. Mackenzie. They'll run a screen here for Matushia. And that ball goes sailing out of bounds. Tried to dump one inside to McKinney and ultimately nothing doing.
Fair bit of force behind that pass.
Zipped it in there. Had a very tight window to try and force it into, but turned it over, and there's going to be an off-ball foul down in the post. I think that one's going to go against Matushia.
Fouls.
It is indeed.
45, Douglas with Townsend. It's his first.
Broncos looking to bump the cutters.
Dragons.
I don't hate it, but the referees are onto it early, so they're going to want to have to watch that.
When you know you've got shooters on the floor like your James Goolies and your Ben Crows, you've got to have some sort of physical presence out there. Dean now ripping and going on Mackenzie. Tried to scoop the layup. A lot of contact, but nothing doing. Here's Clayton. Matautia. Clayton again. Calling for some off-ball movement. They'll switch, and Mackenzie will have Crow for company on the top of the key.
10 here left on the shot clock.
Clayton tees up a 3. Had all the time in the world and knocks it down. Nice skip pass to Dean inside. A lot of body contact, but nothing doing, and missed the lay. McKinney now receives the screen from Mackenzie. Kick to Clayton. Wanted to have a look at another one. Didn't in the end. Matautia, 3, connects.
And Jeffers wants a timeout.
Camberwell will call time with 7 minutes 58 to go here in the second. And the Camberwell lead has evaporated to 2 points.
I think if you're Tom O'Connor, you sort of live with Clayton shooting that 3, but you certainly don't want to get him hot. That's
not a really renowned 3-point shooter, that's for sure, but it must be said he is definitely capable of stepping up and knocking it down when he's got time and space.
At this level, there's you want to respect it as much as possible. Dragons just dropped in their field goal percentage a little bit there. I dare say Jeffers will be focusing on the defensive stops, turning into great offensive transition. Get Jacko Dean running, get Ben Crow hot, or keep Ben Crow hot. Try and work James Gooley into the game as well.
A renowned shooter, as we mentioned a moment ago. James Gooley yet to attempt one today.
Don't worry, he'll get one up.
I don't doubt that. Loves these soft rings here at Ball and High.
Except for that one game in 2016. 2 from 18.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of attempts. So here we go now with Camberwell. It'll be Jacko Dean working on Clayton. Kick out pass, Josh West. They'll go Matt Power, high post. A lot of contact there both ways. Veach inside. A lot of body contact. Dean will end up with it. Kick out to West for 3. Back ringing out.
Maniel pulls it down.
It'll be McKinney to control. McKinney, little hip check from Josh West, and he'll get charged with a foul.
First team, Broncos.
It'll be a Broncos side out. They'll go upstairs. McKenzie just jumped all over the back of Gooley.
Fouls on number 2.
And he's going to get rewarded for it.
First personal. Second team, 2 shots.
That's the second time they've run that play. Referee's just talking it over.
And they're going to assume it was an alley-oop, and they're going to give him the 2 shots, which I suppose it was, but I'm not quite sure I agree with that one. But
I reckon Gooley's just lucky he's not on a highlight reel there.
it would have been some dunk if he was able to take possession and get to the ring. It would have been a hell of an effort. McKenzie went 2 of 2 from the line. Zach McKenzie,
would have packed it up and called it a day.
Here's Gooley. Gooley coming off the back of getting posted. Here's Veach. Veach had McKinney on skates. Gooley, deep 3 was all net.
Bang!
That's a big 3 from James Gooley to extend the lead to 3.
That's exactly what James needs. See one go in early.
Matatia again. That's his second triple. 8 points for him today. Dean now. Through traffic, a lot of hand contact. Dean was in his steps, but they're going to put that in the sideline.
That's his first personal. 13 substitutions.
A couple of the starters will check back in for Hume. Scotty Stone and Eli Seifulopolu will come into the game. Here's Gooley. Gooley found a lot of space there. I thought that might have gone up. Ultimately didn't. Nice feed inside. Matt Power, yes.
Good work.
Great
there.
feed, Sam Beach.
Mark Jeffers calling for the ball reversal to use both sides of the floor, and that's exactly why. Shift the defense.
They've looked so much better all season when they've been able to get multiple sides of offense, the Dragons. It's been a bit of a problem that they've had across the course of the year as McKinney tees up a 3 and says, yes, sir. McKinney, so good with time and space. Great athlete. Sneaky bouncy too. He should have seen some of the action he had in warm-ups today. Behind the back bounce, off the glass, stuffs at reverse. I've seen it all.
That's the dream.
He would not be more than 5'8", I wouldn't have thought. Maybe 5'9".
So what you're saying is there's no excuse for the rest of us.
Eli Seifulopolu for 3. And the lead is 2 now for Hume. Inside Dean. Left-hand jump hook is good. Little Kareem-style sky hook for Jacko Dean as he gets his total up to 11. That's nice defense there from Jacko Dean, and Mackenzie's going to get done for an offensive foul.
Way to wall up there, Jacko.
14 substitution Dragons.
And they'll go shooter for shooter on the bench, and James Gooley will take a seat and Ben Crow will come back into the game as Dean receives a screen at the top there.
And
one! Nice screen, Matt Power, but a great move, Jacko Dean, to get down the hill and finish with the contact from Clayton.
That's his second personal bonus.
TC will pick up his second. Foul trouble now starting to be a little issue for Hume.
Dragons just seem to be getting a fair bit off that early on ball, going downhill.
Nice finish, Jacko Dean. He makes the third.
Veach had a sneaky one a couple of possessions ago, and Jacko Dean's had his fair share.
McKinney and Stone working now. Stone cross back up, step back three. Just out. Oh! Put back jam! Saifulapolu. Just went completely unchecked down the lane. Speaking of unchecked down the lane, down goes Veach, who got absolutely nailed by McKinney.
That's his second personal bonus. 2 shots.
How about that jam on the tip back in?
He got his head above the rim. That's
Can't miss him. Neon pink shoes out there.
I must say that dunk in slow-mo, his hair would look majestic.
That is going to look unbelievable on the BigV highlight reel this week. Camberwell, probably lucky there's no film review. Veach makes both. 3 points the advantage for the Dragons at the moment. Shaw Clark's checked back in as well in that last minute or two. Clark's going to pick up his third. Now it's just a bit of a fight off the ball there as he's trying to just get around that screen and roll and stay in front, but he's going to pick up a third, and now he's going to take a seat. And Carson Crowe, the fan favourites, going to check into the game. Scrappy, hard-nosed player who's just a real dogged, determined fighter. Speaking of, just pushes Stone right off the ball. Inside McKinney, tried to finish with his left, no good. Great board for Matt Power. Strong in traffic. Veach now with pace. Crow the three. Just off the back ring. Crowd was up behind him.
Carson Crowe, the obvious job here on Scott Stone, just hunted him.
Just harassing. Yep, and it'll be a travel on Malik McKinney. You see Stone just getting so frustrated with the attention from Crow.
That's one thing that Carson does very well, is piss off his opponent.
You say that? I'm calling both games. Here we go. Crow. Crow with no one in cooee of him. Power inside, little ball fake. Tried to fake the dump off pass to nobody. And everyone bought it. Nice finish. 5-point game. Backdoor cut. Stone. That's twice now. He's got off the chain with that. Too easy.
Full denial defense on Scott Stone here. There has to be a help defender.
Oh, Veach is just going to bounce it off his leg out of bounds.
Uncharacteristic mistake there from Veach.
It's unusual for him to make a little lapse like that, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point game. 3:40 to go in the second quarter. McKinney, McKenzie, Stone getting harassed. Went inside, he got absolutely body checked by Carson Crowe and hit the deck after the play, but he's going to go and shoot a couple at the line. There's a lot of scorers that are very similar in this league. I can't help but see the comparison between Scott Stone and Joel Rhymes of Melbourne Uni. Those guys that, whilst they're happy to go and try and get to the basket, do spend a little bit of time on the floor. Prodigious scorer, Scott Stone, up to 6 on the game.
Substitution.
Trevon Clayton will come into the game. Zach McKenzie takes a seat.
It's the way the game's going. Live and die by the 3 ball.
Yeah, both teams shooting a high clip from the three at the moment. 44 for Camberwell, 55 for Hume City. Is speaking of high percentage three-point shooters, Ben Crow with the ball there. Veach, Crow.
8 on the shot clock here.
Dean on McIntosh. Kick out pass. 3 ball from
Bank.
Crow. No. McKinney at pace. Stone trying to run off a pair of screens. That's going to be offensive
great defense.
every day of the week. McKinney dropped the shoulder and tried to just send Veach to the shadow realm, and unfortunately picks up his third foul for his trouble. It'll be a timeout that'll go the way of Camberwell. So 3 ticks under 3 minutes to go in this second quarter, and it's a 1-point ball game. Camberwell, what do you see them talking about in this huddle?
I think continue to go at the defence. You've got McKinney, who's just subbed out with his third foul. You've got Clayton on 2. And Saifulopolo as well. Another person that can hurt the Dragons in terms of offence. So if they can go at the defence and continue attacking the basket, drawing fouls, I think that'll be really beneficial for the Dragons. But also knowing when to pull it out and kick it out. He's missed his last couple, Crowy, but he'll keep shooting them, and he will hit a couple.
For Hume, obviously, we spoke at the start of the game about them obviously needing to bounce back after last night. They obviously had that loss to Shepparton. How do you use this second half of this game, or even this last two and a bit minutes? How do you use this to sort of slingshot yourself into the second half and generate some momentum for your finals campaign?
Well, it's got to start on the defensive end. I think there's a lot of talk about, getting the scoring going, but if you're not playing defense down the other end and stopping the other team from scoring, you're not doing 100% of the job. So if they can get a few stops and then capitalise on the offensive end, I think their momentum will switch quite significantly.
Veach found himself with an acre of space and just floats one up and in from the left elbow. We'll check in on those fives right now for both teams, as Stone didn't even control the ball and just threw his hands in the air and somehow got a call out of it. Carson Crow got it and he wasn't even near it.
2 shots.
And expressing his frustration to the referee.
Stone clearly saw himself as right. Makes the first. Two-point game. Good in the second. So a 1-point game now. Nice inbound pass too that led Veach up floor. Carson Crow, a 3, way long.
Of course, Carson Crow, no relation to Ben Crow.
Oh, close to a travel there for the young fella. They'll miss a layup there though, and it'll fall the way of Jack O'Dean. And it'll be a blocking foul on Scott Stone.
50-50 call there. I think the referee's just seen the hands go in.
Probably a smidge of karma involved in that call. I'm not sure that last one on Carson Crow was probably there, but Carson will take a seat and Josh West will check back in. Jackson Dean at the line. Oh, rounded out in his first. Calls a ball don't lie from the away fans. I'm not actually sure that wasn't a blocking foul. So one of the rare occasions where ball maybe did lie.
Free throws are hard. That's all I'll have to say.
Inside ball, Scott Stone found a heap of space. Just really crafty the way he gets himself open with a little push. And always seems to be blindsided the refs. He's so intelligent. Great scorer. Inside Matt Power, little layup, great feed, Josh West.
Trevon Clayton just losing Matt Power in that possession.
Clayton now. Saifulopolo got wide open on that, upstairs to the rim and one. He's so hard to stop with a head of steam.
That's a tough finish.
And Saifulopoulos over the top of traffic.
Jackson Dean. That's his first personal bonus.
Jacko Dean will pick up the foul call and Mackenzie will swap for McIntosh. An alphabetic change. Saifulopoulos for his third. Gets it. Up to 8 for him. Just had that massive jam early on. Veach will control. It's a 1-point deficit that Camberwell face. Matt Power. Jackson Dean. Bounced to steady himself from the foul line and was cash money.
Free throw worth 2 points.
Rare instance where you just get a wide open jump shot. Here's Clayton. Stone inside working on Josh West. Josh West, the vet. Nice work. Comes up with it. Puts it in.
44 Sam Veach. That's his first personal
Matusha.
bonus. One shot.
Tuatia gets it. And they'll play through Jacko Dean now. Bit of extracurricular between Veach and Mataushia.
Not only does he have a difficult surname, the first name's no easier.
That would be Doris, you will find.
Doris?
Yes. Stone working on Dean. Pull up Jay off the front iron and out. Nice effort Veach to tie up Mackenzie. Kick out to Crow on the break. 3 ball on the way. Around and out. And a tip ball is going to go the way of Hume.
17 here left. Broncos, Matt Foster wanting to talk it over with his team. Dare say this will be some kind of flat on-ball screen.
You would think that this one will go the direction of probably Scott Stone again, maybe off a pin down if they don't like that flat screen option. So it'll be a 1-point ball game. 17 and 3/10 left on the clock.
What do you get? McKinney back in here for a downhill kick out.
McKinney's so dynamic. As we look over at their bench, he's sitting in the back row at the moment, but is there a chance that he maybe sees himself check in? You look over that Dragons bench, Sean Clark, we mentioned that back injury from last night's game earlier on. Really grabbing himself, not been able to get himself into the game with those 3 early fouls. Obviously missing Luke Leeskang as well today. He's been such a strong scorer for the Dragons all season.
Adds a bit of height.
Length, shooting. He went down as well last night with a back injury. Not sure what they're doing with the backs there at Camberwell, but you know, certainly makes it tough to field a team out there week in, week out with all these injuries.
For someone who's done his fair share of back injuries, the old glute muscles need a bit of strengthening, I think, down at the Dragons. more squats.
So it'll be a Broncos ball. It'll be a 2-point lead. There's been a correction on the scoreboard in that timeout break. You will have noticed. So it'll be Saifulopoulos to handle. Mataushia. They want it to go backdoor to Stone again. Stone's going to work off a pin-down screen. Now he's going to go himself. Over the top of Matt Power's high hand. Got it away. They're just going to hold it up, though. There was a nice finish. Scott Stone. He's going to send Hume City into the halftime break. A 54-50 lead. Hey, we'll take a quick break. We're back with you. 5 to 10 minutes time for this third quarter of action. Welcome back to Baldwin High. It's Sunday afternoon, closing out this BigV season. It's Camberwell and Hume City playing out a tightly contested one. Mitch Pollard, first half takeaways.
It's got to be that second quarter there from the Broncos. 36 points, doubling their first quarter score, especially in that back end of the second quarter. Just getting a little bit more confidence in their offense, and the Dragons just not shooting at the clip that they were in that first.
So we'll get going again. 5 on the floor for Camberwell. You've got Jacko Dean out there with Ben Crowe, Matt Power, and Sam Veach, and Josh West for that matter. And for Hume, you've got Big TC, Trevon Clayton. He'll play out there with Scotty Stone, Zach McKenzie, Eli Seifler-Polo, and Malik McKinney. And Sam Veach will open the account for this third quarter with a little 2-point layup on the right-hand side. Scott Stone now. He'll work. He had Zach McKenzie for company there. And Jack O'Dean will take it away.
I like this matchup.
Harassed by 2. Upstairs, McKenzie sent it back. Dean had no idea he was coming.
Seifler-Polo just doing a great job at slowing down Jackson Dean, giving McKenzie enough time to come across. And
like the G in lasagna, he was silent, sneaking up behind. Here's West for 3. No good. Matt Power, nice offensive board. Inside to the ring, reverse layup. Matt Power, nice.
Von Clayton just stopped playing defense then, allowing Matt Power an easy little layup.
Here's Stone. Stone plucked away by Veach. Veach, no one for help. Kick out pass. Ben Crowe with a year to shoot it. And he makes no mistake. Crowe up to 14 now. McKinney. Oh, that's such a pure jump shot. Left elbow, left hand. Thanks for coming.
Do much about that at all.
He does not miss those ones. McKinney's up to 5 on the game.
Good screen.
Nice pick and roll. And a little Gortat screen, if you don't mind, as well from Matt Power against Veach, who was begging for the foul call. Gets him downhill to the basket to score. McKenzie was working on Dean. Nice way to D it up straight up. Stone in the post now. Stone on West. Nice D, Josh West. Oh, floated around and out. Might have been offensive interference, but no. Stepping away. Stone got fouled by Power on the floor.
Nope, shooting 2. Referee signalling that he was inside the 3-point line.
Is it a 2?
So number 15.
Yeah, they are indeed. I thought they were pointing at the floor to say he was on the floor for the foul, but no. Stone is good on the first.
Believe it or not, I did my C-grade refereeing course with Declan Hamilton over there.
There you go.
How different our lives have become.
Yeah, wow. He's a panel ref and you're sitting here commentating games.
That's exactly right.
Here's Ben Crowe. Tried to have a little 2-dribble elbow jump shot, no good. And McKinney's going to take it the other way at pace. Clayton. Seifler-Polo. Guarded by West, and Elijah's just going to throw it out of bounds. Tried to work, and Matt Power did a good job, and Josh West got back as well to help the cavalry arrive.
Westy very composed.
It's vet presence. You'd think that he's probably back again next year. They would be happy to bring him back again. Oh dear, oh dear. Veach. 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 A floater from the elbow, or from the junior foul line almost in the end by the time he was done.
Something out of nothing there for the Dragons. That's certainly one that they want to...
Oh, great feed inside. McKinney found Clayton. Found Clayton with a world of space in there. So here go the Dragons. West now with Veach. Veach through traffic. Wow. 3 ball fakes. He had the whole Broncos 5 on the floor lost.
Had me lost too, Jack. Didn't know where he was going.
Veach up to 17 on a really high percentage. Cypher-Apollo a 3 off the back iron and out. Matt Power did a pretty good job to slap that one away. Josh West had it in rhythm. Jacko Dean inside. Yes.
Beautiful no-look pass there from Josh West to find the cutting Jackson Dean.
McKinney's going to work. Receives the screen from McKenzie. Went down an absolute one-way street. McKenzie on Dean now. Jump hook. Yes. So good when he gets to his left hand. Oh, nice D. Doing it on both ends. Zach McKenzie.
And Ben Crow.
Whoa. Oh, they're all going down over there.
Fouls at number 13.
Get the 14-4s out there to sweep the courts.
Second team. Substitution.
Ben Crow has a bit of a penchant for, laying a body off the ball, make him earn it. Absolutely laid out McKenzie.
Big believer of letting your player know you're there. Within the rules of the game, but
no cheap ones. Second team foul for Camberwell. And it'll be McKinney to inbound. Maniel. Stone with Crow for company. Kick to McKinney. McKinney on the dribble. Went downhill. Veach swatted away.
just showed Westy the
Great
ball.
Great dive, Matt Power. And it'll be off a Hume hand. And it'll stay with Camberwell down on the baseline, 19 on the shot. 5:21 on the game. Third quarter here. Notably less off the rails than our call of the girls' game earlier. Here's Veach. Crow in rhythm. Didn't like it. Power inside, banging with McKenzie. Jump hook, yes.
Oh, Matty Power.
So good when he gets on that right-hand jump hook. It's a battle of the two opposite-handed bigs at the moment. Two young talents just happy to go slugging against each other. As Scotty Stone gets to his right hand and finishes. Veach down the lane. Yes. 19 for Sam Veach.
Broncos just given Sam Veach whatever he wants at the moment, letting him go downhill, which is in turn hurting him.
Nice finish. Manuel over the front of the ring. It was just a bit too strong for Ben Crow. Veach down the lane, floats off to Matty Power, who probably didn't need to put it on the floor, didn't realise how much space he had in there. Here's McKinney, working on Dean, up and under, yes.
That's tough.
He was desperate for a foul call on that one too. West pushing the pace, to Dean, to the rim, yes sir. McKenzie went straight into that wall down the end too, so.
I think he may have kicked the wall, which I can't imagine tickled.
Manuel was no good on the 3-ball attempt and fell straight in the waiting arms of Zach McKenzie, who was late getting back on offense. Kick out pass, Scott Stone, 3. Loves those ones. 71 apiece.
You don't want to see too many of those go in if you're the Dragons.
Whoa! Goodness me. McKinney's going to get done for a tunnel somehow on Matt Power. He just took out his knees behind him. That'll be the 4th on McKinney.
Be honest, I wasn't watching that one, so not 100% sure how that's occurred,
sort of
but
fell over the top of him. I don't think he was too impressed with that, McKinney.
No, that's his 4th personal.
And Coach Matt Foster not real impressed with that call. They're going to play though. Here goes Ben Crow with the catch off Veach's inbound. 3-ball Crow. No, didn't look like it. Gooley just checked in. Offensive rebound for him. Through Dean at the top. Dean inside. Tom O'Connor. Working on McIntosh, the big frame, backing him down. Dean did a great job to keep it alive, but ultimately wasn't doing. Matautia to Stone, who misses.
Dragons out running here.
And it'll be a technical foul. It's going to go against Matt Foster. It is indeed. Just jumped up and was screaming. McIntosh is beside himself that he tried to block Tom O'Connor on the run up the floor, and Tommy O'Connor just shoved him back. So probably justified complaint from the Hume coach with the treatment in the back play, but obviously you cannot jump up and be screaming at the refs.
No, we don't want that in our game, that's for sure. I was too busy watching the fast break.
Yeah, I just happened to catch it out of the corner of my eyes. I turned my head and they were going at each other, and Foster bounded along the sideline to try and make a call as Mitch Pollard whacks his mic again. Second time today.
It's the cold weather. It gets the nose itchy.
Is going. So it'll be a Dragons ball after Crow went 1 of 2 at the line a moment ago. McIntosh is just willing to bang bodies with anyone that'll feel his presence. It wasn't good enough for Jackson Dean, though.
Jackson Dean will feel presence and he will continue to go up.
21 for Jacko. 23 for Jacko, I beg your pardon. As here goes Manuel. Working on James Gooley.
Can't help but see the mismatch for James Gooley on Manuel in the post.
Manuel a 3. Never looked like it. And a fast break now for the Dragons. Veach to the promised land. No. Matautia is going to pick up his second as Veach is going to go to the line. This is just about the whole Broncos team's going to go and try and remonstrate about it. As we mentioned earlier, the ref very rarely changed their decision.
Doesn't matter how much you talk to him.
Veach makes the first. 20 for Veach now. So important, the young fella.
Comes through the juniors program. Sammy Veach.
Good on the second too. Camberwell shooting a very efficient 11-14 from the foul line. Proving the difference so far. Clayton, Manuel. Tried to line up a 3, didn't really like the looks of it. Matautia turns it over. He's going to harass Dean on the fast break as Dean goes inside, gets stuffed by McIntosh.
Disciplined defence there from the Broncos, not to foul Jackson Dean, but contest the foul, contest the shot enough.
Dragons are going to have a chat about it with a 5-point advantage. Minute 56 to go here in the third. You just look at the scoring output for both sides at the moment. Dean and Veach both with 20, Stone with 19. Who's going to be the difference maker? Not out of those guys, but who do you think's the difference the rest of the game for both sides, Mitch?
I think if I can't even Safalopolu,
yes.
Safalopolu, if he gets going again from 3 and on the rim, I think that's going to be quite a big challenge for the Dragons to try and stop. And equally, if Veach, Matt Power and Jackson Dean just continue the chemistry that they've built over this season with the assistance of Ben Crow from 3 and James Gooley as well, it's going to be very hard for the Broncos to stop it. Right now, the Dragons have the momentum. The Broncos a little bit disjointed after a few calls not going their way. As a coach, you just got to reset the team and get them firing again. But it's good to see the Dragons not letting up their pressure at the moment.
Will be a Dragons ball after that block by McIntosh down on that left baseline. It'll be Gooley to inbound.
I reckon we might see a Mavis here. No.
Corner. long two was Crow. Had a foot on the line, but no. Veach working through traffic. A lot of traffic. Great feed off to Jackson Dean. How did he get that pass there?
Absolutely no idea. McIntosh just appeared see-through.
Just appeared out of nowhere. Nice D. Tom O'Connor straight up. No box out though. Let Manuel get all the way for the offensive rebound and put back.
Hate that as a coach, no box out.
And a turnover now from Dean. Stone the steal. Looked like he walked a little bit, but nothing doing from the ref. Kick out pass. Well done, Tom O'Connor. Nice hands to prevent the kick ahead to Manuel.
Dragons with only 5 turnovers for the game compared to the Hume City 13. Can't help but think that that is a little bit of a contributing factor to this game at the moment.
Absolutely. So it will be a inbound for Hume down on that right sideline. Stone got his legs taken out from under him and he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Ben Crow just not able to stop.
Threw the air brakes on and couldn't quite pull it up, but
It's his second personal.
Stone will go to the line and shoot a couple.
2 shots. Court sweepers, please.
14-4's not looking interested at all in sweeping the courts. Here we go.
Enjoying this tough game so far. They're just going to wipe the floor down there. Very quiet in the building. Still very quiet. I'll go over to 15 now and Rory McIlroy, his approach. You'll have that putt for par. Back here on 18, Scott Stone makes the first.
Lines up for his second.
About a 15-footer here. Right in the heart. Here goes Jackson Dean now. 25 on the night. Great screen. Tom O'Connor put him to the floor. And Dean got all the way downhill to the basket. Was not one word called about that screen. He just got put on his backside by Big Tommy.
Tell you what, if I'm Zach McKenzie, I am ropeable at my team right now. And I think he knows it too.
Dean makes the first. Up to 26 for him. 4-point lead. Minute and 8 seconds to go here in the third. Makes the second.
McKinney to bring the ball up. Calls his offense.
McKinney now wants Clayton to come and pick. They're going to go gets action with him. Kick out. Manuel, corner three. No way. Dean on the break. Great lead pass. Oh, got stuffed by Manuel.
Cheeky little smile there from Sam Veach because he knows that he just got stuffed.
McKenzie got all the way to the basket and they do it on both ends.
Manuel just corner to the rim then. Very, very quick.
Here's Dean. Kick out. O'Connor. Crow. Crow off the bounce. Step back. Over the top of Stone. In and out.
27 seconds here.
McKinney goes downhill. Stone a three from the corner. Wanted to have a think about it, but he walked and wanted to have a chat about it too afterwards. 18.8 left here in the third.
Tell you what, James Gooley and Ben Crow here, you're licking your lips because you're either going to have a wide open three or Jacko Dean's going downhill, I'd say.
So here they go now with Dean. Dean, Clayton to guard him. Kick out pass. Crow for three. Buries it. Ben Crow with a big corner three to stretch the Camberwell lead to 6.
What did I tell you, Jatho? Jacko Dean going downhill, spot up shooters, both corners.
An outstanding play design and ability to execute from Camberwell there at the death in the third as we head through to the final frame. Camberwell holding an 83-77 lead. Mitch Pollard with a quarter to play in the season. It's kind of roll the dice time for Camberwell, isn't it?
Absolutely, and like, not to throw all the cliches in the book, but you just got to leave it all out there now. Like, there's nothing really to lose. Bit of a dead rubber game, but gee, it'd be good to have a back-to-back double-header win here for the Dragons at Bowen High, as well as split the weekend. If you're the Broncos, well, you've just got to hope and pray that it doesn't blow out and you lose too much momentum heading into the first week of finals.
You think a good team like Hume should be able to fight back. They've probably got another run in them. They've shot at a great percentage all game. They're perfect from the line and shooting a great percentage from 2 and from 3. 54% overall from the floor. So you would think that the sustainability model would be giving big ticks in terms of their percentages, and now you just got to think that from here it's just getting them to the end of the game. You've just got to buy yourself a ticket to the last 5 minutes. Absolutely,
and like, there's not much in this offensive game. The Dragons have had 8 more shots, but they're shooting at 53%. So at the end of the day, the Dragons are just getting a little bit more of the offense, which has them in the lead currently. Dare say if Hume start hitting a few more shots, the Dragons might be in a little bit of trouble.
So Campbell will take this one away here to start the 4th. They hold a 6-point lead as Sam Veach looks to work handoff action with Jacko Dean. Manic pressure now for Hume City with 10 on the shot clock. James Gooley now bounced it off his foot. So did McKenzie.
6 on the shot clock here.
4 on it, 3 on it, 2 on it. Crow for 3. Oh, was just long.
Did well
Stone
to get that
will
up.
take it away. They'll need to slow the pace here. Stone a 3. Front iron. Got a lot of time and space for Dean. And that's unsportsmanlike against Malik McKinney.
Is that his 4th, 5th?
That should be his 4th, I believe.
No, I think that's going to be his 5th personal foul.
It will indeed be his 5th, and McKinney will take a seat, and that's his regular season done.
As Chen, the scorer, holds the 5 paddle upside down.
2 shots in possession.
That's a big discussion once again between the top brass of Hume City and the 2 refs on the floor.
I don't think there's any question about it being a foul, Jatho. I think it's type of foul that they're calling.
Yeah, I think it had to be unsportsmanlike in that situation. He was ahead of the play and he's just chopped him from behind. I think it doesn't matter if he's playing on the ball. He was definitely ahead.
Jacko unable to make it count.
So Dean no good on the first. He's played 30 minutes so far, and you'd expect him to be playing a lot more over the back of this. So makes the second. 28 now for Jacko Dean.
James Gooley want to get up the court. It's our ball.
The former Youth League 1 MVP, Jackson Dean, 2022. He was sensational that year as the Dragons went on a finals run. They were just ultimately quite unlucky in the end. Offensive on Matty Power. Absolutely. Just went a little bit early on his roll.
Cops it on the chin. He knows.
7-point lead still for Camberwell. This just holding themselves on just here. Maniel and an off-ball foul again. Ben Crow.
Ben Crow just a little bit late.
Just going to ride all over Scott Stone. You'd think that'll be a key for them over the last quarter. It's the way they hold him in check. And Stone will inbound. McKenzie. Stone trying to run Gooley off. A little pin down screen as inside McKenzie over the top of Jackson Dean.
McKenzie just too athletic there. Never thought I'd say that about Jacko Dean, but
Gooley. Now Veach. Power. Now Ben Crow trying to get himself back going. Little floater through traffic. Never looked like it. And Stone's going to run the break. Dean for company. Jackson Dean, D'd up well, walled up. McKenzie a 3. All the time and space he needed. And And Manuel was just too strong for James Gooley inside.
3-point game now.
Dean on Mackenzie. Up and in. Spinning and winning was Jackson Dean.
Incredible touch, Jackson Dean. 30 points here. Still with 8 minutes to play.
Nice feed inside. That's savvy vet experience from two seasoned campaigners. Stone and Clayton combining. Dean off the pass from Gooley. Here's Veach.
14 seconds on the shot clock here. Plenty of time.
Here's Gooley to Power inside. 6 on the clock. 3. Deep 3. Gooley. Oh, looked good the whole way.
I'd hate to give
control though.
I'd hate to give James Gooley the ego boost, but he has hit those range shots before.
Stone starting to get himself loose and limber, and he's up to 25. It's a 1-point ball game at Baldwin High. Gooley, Power. Crow getting absolutely harassed. Inside to Power. Sent back Mackenzie. And Stone's going to get fouled and go to the line.
That's another big time help block for Zach Mackenzie.
That's his second personal.
Mackenzie 4 blocks on the game.
Substitution, both teams.
Gooley's going to take a seat. West will come into it, and Seifel Apollo will give Mackenzie a seat as well with his 4 blocks.
Zach Mackenzie just had a little bit of a word to Ben Crow there as he's been subbed out of the game.
Stone, a rare miss. That's their first miss of the game from the foul line.
And he's not happy about it. My condolences
would have tied the game up.
Condolences to Manuel's hand then.
Makes the second rattled at home. So a tie game at Baldwin High.
7 minutes to play.
Inside Matt Power. Sent back Manuel. Dean inside. Now Veach. Inside Matt Power. Bucket. No foul.
Another one of those Sam Veach passes that I just have absolutely no idea how found the hands of Matt Power.
He's got the hands of a surgeon inside. As a foul's going to go on the floor, and now if you're Camberwell, you're starting to think, oh geez, we're getting real high up in that foul count. Everything will be the bonus now. West will pick up his second. We end out for Hume. Stone on the dribble. Tried to step back, tried to foul bait as well, but couldn't. Dean. Downhill to the basket. Yes, with the left.
Jacko Dean again, just in transition. 32 points at 72%.
It's an outstanding game from Big Jackson Dean. Oh, Clayton fumbled it.
Not to mention his 5 steals and 5 rebounds.
Lovely active hands. Josh West pushes Stone out. Stone wants the ISO.
5 to shoot here.
This will probably be from outside. And he got one. I think he got one in the... So the 3 went in as the shot clock expired.
It's a whistle
and
here.
Matautia dragged Veach to the ground, I think. So the points are good. It was a 3, and the foul will go on Matautia. So it'll be a 1-point game. They'll take a timeout, Hume City. I don't know what Matatia's job on this team is, but if it's to go and rattle the opposition, he's certainly done that over the course of the night.
Absolutely. Veach just thrown to the ground there. Looks unfazed, the young fella. What do you think Jeffers is telling the boys?
You just think that there's got to be an answer for Scott Stone. Like, he came up pretty proppy after that last play. I think he copped a knee-to-knee knock with Josh West, but I don't think it'll affect him too much. 26 on 42% for Stoney today. 6 rebounds, 3 assists to go with it. It's important that he stays in the game for them over the course of the next 6 minutes and 4 seconds.
Foul trouble is going to be an issue for the Dragons. Hume shooting 15 from 16 from the stripe. That's dangerous way to get them back into the game. As the Dragons look to inbound.
So we'll be back here. 6:04 on the clock, as mentioned. It'll be a Camberwell ball off the base. Veach to handle. The pick and inside, and Veach just turned it over trying to find Matt Power. Stone just had an unguarded lane and blew the layup. Furious with himself.
Veach had too many options there in offense, I think.
Here's Veach. Dean, kick out pass, Crow the three. No good. Had a foot in the line anyway. Stone to the ring. Missed it.
And that's the bonus there for the Dragons.
Foul's going to go against Sam Veach. It's going to be his third.
Bonus, 2 shots.
Massive game for Sam Veach. 21, 6 and 7.
Mark Jeffers' numbers here.
Stone good in the first. 16 of 17 from the line. Today, the Broncos makes the second. So it'll be Veach to handle the ball for the Dragons. Down one now. They'll run him off 2 screens. Crow, 3 with a hand in the face. Back on and out. And we've mentioned it before, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. Will that be the case for the Dragons today? Saifulapolu travelled.
Dragons lucky there. Saifulapolu had a clear drive to the basket there. I doubt he would have missed it if he had the opportunity.
Probably had a chance at the 3 as well if he wanted to line one up from deep, but decided against it. Dean to the basket with contact from Clayton. And the foul will go against TC.
7 Clayton. That's his 4th personal.
4th foul on Clayton.
2 shots.
Tell you what, if you're the Dragons, you want to be attacking him.
Be a big out. Although they do still have McKenzie waiting in the wings.
Just can't help.
McKinney for that matter.
Can't. McKinney's fouled out there.
Oh, he's 2. Big 2. My apologies.
Can't help think that the veteran head of TC out on the floor is much more valuable than him on the bench.
Dean good on both. 34 now for Jacko.
But he'd know he's in foul trouble.
1 point game. Camberwell the lead. Will there be a price to pay? Will there be an invoice? As that'll go off Matautia's hands. He got the last touch. And it's going to fall out of bounds and stay with the Dragons.
Matt Power's going to want to be careful here, setting an early on-ball pick.
A lot of contact as West comes off Matt Power. Crow open for 3. No good. Stone will control it. Stone working with TC. Clayton will take control of it now. Stone inside. Power tried to get the block, but Clayton just too good. 1 point game now in favour of Hume. Another lead change. Inside for Matt Power. Up with contact. Caught one right in the face. It's going to be the 4th on Matatia. His Power was shaken up on the play.
And Saifulapolu is subbed out for Zach McKenzie.
Power misses the first. Back iron and out. McKenzie reckons his best mates with the ref down there. Had an arm around him. Makes the second. Tie game once again. Stone. You'd think he touches it every possession here for Hume. Nice spin. Jump shot was pure. 30 for Stone.
Don't think there's much more you can do there if you're Josh West.
And that's going to be the 5th on Matatia. He grabbed Veach's arm as he went downhill and absolutely got him on the arm.
Uproar here from both sides.
The Hume crowd are in disbelief. The Hume bench are up in arms. But at the end of the day, the ref blew the whistle in the Dragons' favour, and Matatia is going to have to sit down, and Ben Galea will come in for him. Oh, Veach almost broke the backboard. And they're already on edge, the Horn High backboards, but Veach trying to finance the new job himself. Missed the second as well. Stone will handle it. Stone almost walked. Here's Clayton. Galea. Stone. Long two, no. Kicked it to Galea for 3. Way off the front iron. West to control it. Now Veach. Veach tried to go through Dean, high post. Couldn't find him. Crow.
Got
West now.
Jacko Dean on Galea here. That's a mismatch.
Inside, Matt Power, layup. Great find, Josh West ties the game.
Just a fracco over 3 minutes here.
You can feel the anxiety building on the Camberwell sideline. Coming so close, Clayton inside. Yes, nice finish.
Dragons just got to keep going at Trevon Clayton here.
Matt Power is going to handle the ball, which probably comes as a surprise to everyone, not least Matt Power. Veach. West. Matt Power now high post. Veach getting harassed away from the ball. Inside Matt Power, nice feed. Got chopped over the back by Ben Galea. And Matty Power is going to go to the line to shoot too. Both teams in the bonus now.
Ben Crow just threading the needle there.
Around the grounds, my footy tips are in shambles. Hawthorn leading GWS by 16. And free fall this week. Power could get the second.
Free throws hurting the Dragons here down the stretch.
68% now they're down to. Were shooting as high as 88% at one point. McKenzie, Clayton, Galea, Stone now. West for company. Stone shaking and baking. Jump shot, right elbow. Way long. But Galea's going to control it. It'll be Stone again. Screen from Clayton. Crow did well down the lane, but body and the foul.
That's 4 on Benny Crow.
Points are good. Fouls on number 13, Ben.
Scott Stone just getting himself through traffic to the basket. Has the chance to extend it to a 5-point lead. Would be just about the biggest lead they've held today. Veach will handle. Veach to the basket, dumped off to Matt Power. It's going to be a held ball. That's going to go the way of Hume. Tried to do a bit too much with it there. Stone will handle it for Hume City. Clayton. McKenzie. Inside Manuel. Manuel. Double clutch. Right hand finish was good, and Mark Jefferson Campbell, I want to talk about it. It's a 7-point lead to Hume with 93 seconds left on the clock. What has to change? Mitch Pollard for Camberwell to get themselves a shot. They need to buy a ticket to the ending.
They need to get a couple of defensive stops here and quick defensive stops without fouling, and then they want to get some good transition. Get Jacko Dean running the floor, get Sam Beach, and then have Ben Crow spotting up in the corner. Couple of quick hitters. We've still got at least 4 long possessions to play here.
Yeah, it's one of those opportunities almost that you'd say it's almost a 3-for-2 opportunity. I think they call it when you've got about anywhere between a minute and a minute 30. You want to try and get 3 possessions, but it's got to be 3 scores and you've got to get 2 stops. And especially in this situation, a 3-possession game. A 3 and a couple of 2s would get Camberwell right back in this. But just has to start with a good, clean possession here. Hume will extend the pressure up the floor. And Veach will handle it. Harassed by Galea. Galea all over him. It'll be Veach. Veach working off a double screen. They'll kick. Crow. Uncontested 3. No good. Stone will rebound. And a score here just about put Camberwell to sleep.
West doing a good job at harassing.
West is somehow going to pick up a foul call on that. I'm not quite sure what that's for. But
I think after all the contact up the court, that was probably the softer one to call, but it was probably a little bit too much body.
West having a chat about it, but Stone's going to go to the line and just about put this to bed. You'd think that 8 or 9 points would be too much for this plucky Camberwell outfit to pull back in a minute and 13. Makes the second Stone. So it'll be Veach to handle now. Jackson Dean. Dean receives the pick from Matt Power. Inside, turns it over. And again, tries to do too much. Ben Crow. And Stone's able to get the pass away. Maniel. Working on Crow. To the basket. Spin move. Finishes. And that is good night, Nurse. And Matt Power's going to get done for an offensive foul as well. So it's salt in the wounds for this Camberwell team, now down 11. They were with them for 37 minutes of the 40. But ultimately they're just going to fall a fraction short, which interestingly was exactly what you said at the start they've had trouble with all year. It's just closing out these games. Stone. Still Stone. Shaking on West. Step back 2. Tried to get it off the glass. No. Maniel's going to get fouled by Crow.
And that's 5 for Crow, so he'll take a seat. Crow replaced by Crow.
There's a murder out there for Camberwell. So many Crows.
The Pigeon.
Substitution.
So Pidge will check back in. This Manuel will go to the line. Misses the first. Look forward to seeing more of these matchups next year for both these two teams. For Hume, they'll go on. They'll try and go one step higher on the podium than they did last year after they dropped the grand final to McKinnon.
Carson Crow's
going to shoot 3.
Showing more confidence in 3 seconds of play than he has all season. Just putting it up.
Crow makes the first. So Hume will go on now. They'll, I think this should lock them up in 4th place. So they'll play. Actually, I'm not sure who they play first week, but I could work it out. I'm not going to, but I could. I think 1 and 2 get the bye week, so they'll play 5. which should be Shepparton, a rematch of last night, I think.
That'll be all right.
Should be a good game. That'll be at Broady next week, I believe. So 7 seconds left. They'll dribble this out. Hume just coming away. Too good in the end. A big win for Hume. A 10-point victory. Closes their season out. Locks up 4th place. For Camberwell, another close loss after being so brave all game. And they'll head to the off-season wondering what needs to change for next year. But on the whole, it's been a solid performance from that Dragons outfit today.
Yeah, they certainly didn't leave anything out there. Just Hume, just too strong in the end. The Dragons will definitely go back to the drawing board in the off-season. It's a long one, so they got plenty of time. They'll have their rest. They'll have their end-of-season functions, and they'll be back ready
for another season of championship basketball.
For another season of championship basketball, that's exactly right. Coach Mark Jeffers and Duano led them all season. Luke Bett, who is off gallivanting over in Europe.
Must be nice.
Must be very nice.
Oh well. A tough one for the Dragons.
Sure is.
37 minutes of good basketball sees them fall ultimately to Hume, 107 to 97. Hey, thanks for joining us all season. For Mitch Pollard, Fraser Kennedy, Matt Zapala,
Connor
Matthews, and the whole Dragons commentary team. It's Jack Thornton signing off. We'll see you next season.
Thank you, Jatho.
For more Camberwell basketball action.